consultant, helping you to do what you need to do to get it done right. I am joined by none other than Socialita Christina. Okay. There's some volume in that. All right, Socialita Christina is our social media maven, our our our, uh, our influencer with heart. So if you're out there and you're trying to figure out what to do with your business and how to, make sure that you're seen above the noise and that people know who you are and what you're doing in a time where there are lots of people talking and very few people doing, you might want to get her to come on board and help you out. So, Christina, okay. It has been wonderful. That's what it is. It's been wonderful. I was talking to Christina with a C earlier about success and the measurements of success and like what do I really think it means in my new model. And so it made me change everything I thought about for today's show. So we took a little pivot, as most of you are accustomed to. Like right now in this day and age, if you can't be flexible, you will not stick around. So we took a pivot. And so I'm just curious to know. I asked Christina with a K earlier, but hey, I'm going to ask her again. How do you measure that you are successful? Dollar bill, y'all. Yeah. Okay. And so, but here is the thing. So, oftentimes when I ask people, like, well, how do you measure your success? Or how do you know that you've accomplished it? They're like, okay, well, I'll be happy. Or like they use these vague terms. So, I'll be healthy. I'll be happy. I'll be rich. I'll be. So, the thing that Christina just did. That is highly commendable. Christina says she can know her goals are financial and nothing wrong with that. Depending on where you are in your life will determine where you are on Maslow's hierarchy of needs. We start off thinking taking care of our basic necessities and making sure that we never have to depend on someone else financially or upon a system, right? So, but she didn't just say, I want to be rich. That's a good song, by the way. I want money, lots of money. I want the pie in the sky. I don't feel like singing right now. I'm getting my life together right now. So, but on that note, though, she actually has numbers attached to it. And so when you have something that's quantifiable, like to say you want $500,000 this year, that's in 365 days, 12 months. I used to know how many minutes that was. I don't know anymore. But to be able to say, here's what timeline allotment I have for it. Here's the goal. Here's how I want to get there. That's how you get stuff done. Like my favorite two words are quantifiable goals, people. Quantifiable goals. And so I've been reflecting, especially after I was just really talking with Christina, because I normally always say that my goals are how I measure my success. And I've been saying it for forever, but it's starting to pivot a little bit. And that's the thing, like as an entrepreneur, as a woman, as a person, if you're still alive, you're still changing. Your body's still changing, your mind is still changing, your place in life is still changing. So with that in mind, I normally say I measure my success by the fact that one, I can be there for my mother in whatever capacity she needs. Like that's always my number one. And then two has always been that I can travel on a dime. And not that does not mean travel on a budget. On a dime means that I can pivot at any time. So if someone walked through that door, you all don't see the door over here, but there's a door. If someone were to walk through that door and say, Shirley, there's an opportunity if you can get to Paris tomorrow. I don't want to have to sit back and go, well, how many pennies do I need to pinch? Or what do I need to figure out to make that happen? Do I have my passport? Which, of course, I do. Do I need to get shot? I mean, it's like what I want to be able to just know that if that's what it takes, I can get it done. And so I'm still working on that one. I got the first one, but even now, like when I was talking with our producer Christina earlier, I was really thinking about like what does success mean to me, and I think it's starting to alter. It's starting to It's starting to I know, right? I've been saying that for so long, but it's expanding. So I am currently in the process of really rethinking, what is my measure of success? What are my goals? What are the things that I want to accomplish? Like for me, one of the things that I talk about and I've talked about for a while, but when I place it in a timeline, I realize I need to go ahead and get on it. I have known for like 20 years that I want to adopt, right? I know that might not sound like a business related thing for you all, but as an entrepreneur, you are a 360 person. You're not like in sections or segments. Like, what are your aspirations for your life? And one of the things I've always wanted to do is to adopt an older African American pair of siblings. And saying that, I just had a birthday 2 weeks ago. Birthday presents are still welcome, everyone, just in case you're curious. Then I have to think about it on a timeline to say, do I want to be 70? Like, with two preteens running around taking energy in life? Probably not. So it's something I should be doing soon. And that's how we should be looking at our goals and objectives. If you have a goal, an objective, something that you're using to measure your success, you should be looking at it and looking, where does it fit in the timeline? What does it take to get there? Like, I already know the process. I know I've been to like some of the classes. I've been to some of the fairs. I've worked them so that I can see how it works when they're matching you up with kids. And so, like, I have reached out to agencies. So I have a lot of the research done, but then I stopped. I was like, I'm not ready. But I'm like, oh, well, what does it take to be ready? Because you're going to need to get there. And so, as an entrepreneur, as that leader, the same goes for you. So, like, Christina's talking about her financial desires. Have you sat down and made like your benchmarks to know that you're on that road, to be able to say, okay, my first 50,000 by this timeline, I'm going to do these seminars and sessions to bring in this cash that way. Have you done that, Christina with a K? Socialita Christina. Ah, so but she has done her first couple steps. But the next thing for her is to really like get all surgical and clinical about those goals, to really break them down, and then to be able to say, like, this is what I love to do for my clients. And so when I'm talking to them, I'm like, okay, you sell these 3 packages. This one costs, because everyone, if you are an entrepreneur and you have any type of business, you should always sell things in tiers, and it should always be 3 tiers. If you don't know why right now, don't worry about the why. Just accept that free piece of advice. 3 tiers. It's really about the psychology of how people shop. All people have done all kinds of studies about it. People like 3 tiers. On average, you have a entry level tier, a very high tier, and then a middle ground. So generally speaking, Christina with a K, which tier do you think most people would choose? If given 3 options for a package from anybody, which one do you think that most people would choose? The low cost one, the high cost one, or the middle one? Actually, most people choose the middle. Most, on average, people choose the middle package, because the low cost one is, if people think if you're on that level, it's because you just can't afford it anymore. And most of the time, if you are, that's where you are. That's like, I can just do enough. Most people think the high cost one is too much money. And so they're like, well, that's just too much. I don't have to do all that. Let me get started in the middle. So if you're the person going, oh, I want to be the Walmart brand out here. So Walmart is the low cost leader, which there's a lot involved in being that. Then if that's all you're offering, you're missing out, because there's someone who wants what you have, is willing to pay more, and psychologically speaking, they think they're getting a deal if they get the middle plan, which is an amazing thing, but still very true. So like when I'm talking to my clients about like their goals, their aspirations, their financial packages, I'm going, okay, first things first, we have 3 tiers, whatever it is you're selling. I don't care if you're selling mayonnaise. You have your standard mayonnaise. You have the mayonnaise that you made with olive oil. You have the mayonnaise that is made with dill and whatever else. I could care less. But they're each 3 different packages that you have. And then you say, okay, so if my goal is $1,000 this month, my lowest I'm going with tens, because tens are easy. Thank you very much for your mathematical assistance. So if you know that 100 of them at $10 will get you your 1,000. So maybe your middle package is the 100. So you said, well, if I sell 10 of those, I've met my goal for this month. Or if I've sold, let's say half of that, and the lower tier is 5. So if I've sold 50 of those, then I only need 25 of the middle package. I don't want to confuse you all. The point is, you should be able to look at your stuff and say, I need to have a special, a sale, a focus. I need to do my marketing, my advertisement about this package because I want to sell 100 of these this month, which is wholeheartedly doable, depending on what it is you're doing, right? Just to give you ideas. So when we talk about that quantifiable goal, that's when you know you're really doing it. When you're going, hey, for this month, I need to make $1,000. I can do that in one of 3 ways. I can have 3 of these, 2 of these, 1 of those. I can do one special package. I can do a webinar. I can do whatever. And you can figure out exactly what it takes for you to hit your quantifiable financial goal. That was for free, people. You're welcome. Okay, with that in mind, we normally like to start each week with our word for the week. And I am wholeheartedly on this success kick right now. All right, I'm having a Cara Presley moment, right? We're all talking about being successful. I do love that word. That's her word. I mean, it's in the dictionary, but she is the preeminent user. Guess what our word for the day is? She is the preeminent user of the term successful. And so with that in mind, eminence means to be the master of your domain, in my own words. It means that you are stellar at social media. You are stellar at media and technology. I'm pointing at Christina over there with the C. You are stellar at business consultation and taking people to the next level. All right. That's what it means to be eminent or to eminence. All right. Noun, adjective, take your pick. Oftentimes you hear the word preeminence, and it's normally talking about a religious figure. But preeminence means to be the best of the best, or the superior of a category. So you're good at it, you're a master, or you are the master. Sure enough. Y'all are too young to know that movie. But that's okay. That's okay. Tamar, is it Tamar? Wherever you are, I still think of you. All right, y'all might have to check out The Last Dragon. That's my movie. Okay, so back to real life. So, one of my desires is to be preeminently recognized in my field. Right? So when we talk about being a subject matter expert, it's a big deal. And so this is part of the reason why I got sparked off this morning, because Christina with a C, our producer here in the Imagine Media Lab, we were having a conversation about RVA famous. Right? In case you all didn't know, we're here in Richmond, Virginia, which has been given the moniker of RVA, which is very simple, but it's stuck. And it's supposed to be like a movement, a motion, a mentality. RVA. Okay. And so we were having the conversation about people who are RVA famous. Like if you go into any group and you say the name Kelly Lemon, like everyone knows who that is. All right. I know. And she's good people. Like she's like really nice and really sweet. So I don't mind saying, hey there, Kelly Lemon. We should invite her to the show. We haven't done that yet. Or who else can I say? Why does no one else come to mind? That's terrible. There are lots of them. Michael White is, he's a little bit more than RVA famous, actually, but, definitely he's RVA famous. Someone whose birthday was yesterday, who is no longer with us, was extremely RVA famous, Lorna Pickney. All right. So, yeah, so there are lots of people who are like that. And so we were having that just sparked me in a way, because I was just like, one, I don't think that okay, for those of you watching Celia, it's like, it's just interesting to me. So one, I was thinking to myself, am I RVA famous? I'm going to say no. Other people would disagree. Right. So Christina's over here saying that I'm lying, but no, I don't know. I don't know. And then to my real goal, God bless RVA. I love my city. I will always come back. But There's a song by, I think it's LL Cool J, and he says, "I'm not internationally known, but I'm known to rock the microphone." That's not him. Is that DJ Cool again? I'm not stupid. I'm not faceless. I'm not capable, contagious. No, not a loser. Who is that? Is that DJ Cool? Am I back to Let me clear my throat again? I might be. That might be DJ Cool is who I am. Okay, my apologies. For those of you who didn't join in my brain to have this conversation, I was actually sharing with Christina with a C earlier today about the fact that I've shared with you all my health goals, right? My quantifiable health goals. And so I am famously known for spending my mornings at the YMCA. Taking aqua classes and whatever else. And so today they played DJ Cool. And I was like, "Oh my God, I might have to repent." I was just like, it was an amazing moment. And I was saying to Christina with a C, especially when we talk about being imminent or preeminent in this case, that when I think about the people that I would love to meet, my list is not like anyone else's. But I was thinking to myself, I would kind of really like to meet DJ Cool. Do you know who that is, Christina? You young folk. Christina with a C knows who it is. You are younger than me. Not yeah, you are definitely younger than me. Okay, anyway though. So but when I reflected on it, I was like, "Hey, I kind of would like to meet DJ Cool." And I thought to myself, there's really nothing stopping me. Like I could probably pick up the phone right now and make that happen. Okay, mental sidebar. But when we're talking about being successful, is that how you measure your success? Your eminence? Do you measure it by the fact that you can pick up a phone call and get connected? Or because you're already connected? Or because people want to be connected to you? Am I the only one like really? I have like I watched I am really on YouTube right now. And so I watch Arsenio Hall host, I think, the Jimmy Kimmel show. And so I don't know when he did it. Apparently, Jimmy is on vacation and has all kinds of people doing the show. I saw Wanda Sykes do an episode. God bless YouTube, running them back to back. And then yesterday, I saw Arsenio Hall doing the show, and he used to have a little segment called "Things That Make You Go Hmm." Yeah, do you know anything about that, Christina? It's okay. Even he said he made the joke, and he was like, "If you're under 40, this means nothing to you." And I was like, "Hey, I am over 40. I know exactly what that is." So, yeah. But I have those moments where I'm like, things that make you go, hmm. Like you just have to pause. Like he has updated it for 2021. I cannot repeat what he has updated it to because that would be profanity. Sorry. Go watch the episode. It's on YouTube. And so that whole conversation this morning really had me thinking about it. Like, if there is a large, like right now, for example, I am, yeah, I am so far away from our PowerPoint slide. God bless. So, yeah, I know, I know I am so far away from anything on it because we're having a whole different conversation. It'll be okay. In a minute, we'll have a commercial break. But for now, I was really thinking about like this whole process. The thing that made me go, is like right now, this very moment, this week, I am torturing myself working on a grant. I really wish I wasn't. I really wish someone else would come write it for me. I really don't feel like it. We have a conference coming up. We have so many things happening. There's so many missing pieces. And I didn't get to go on vacation like I wanted to for the birthday. And I'm just like, can we all just take a break? Like, I feel like we should be like France, where they have, I think they take the month of July off and they shut everything down. Why don't we do that here, people? What's wrong with a good siesta? I don't even want a nap. I just want to take a break away from the office for a minute. I'm just saying. Anyway, WorkHARDAholic. Keep it going then. Okay. So, yeah, on that note, I was really just reflecting about like the fact that I'm working on this grant. And so I was calling around to see who else is working on this grant. It's an SBA grant. It's pretty big. And so it requires collaboration and cooperation and partnerships. And so I was calling around to see who's doing it. And I reach out to some of my heavy hitters that I'm aware of in the city, and people have heard of it, but they aren't doing it or they don't really know about it. And so it really made me think there's a possibility that someone in my city is working on this grant and I don't know them. Like someone significant. It's not like Jimbo down the street might be working on it, but there might be an entity within my own city working on a grant that I could be partnering with and I don't know them. Or they're working on it and not thinking about me and the center. So is that an indication that they've decided just not to utilize the center, or do they not know that we're here? Is our eminence not as great as we thought? I know we're great at what we do. We're amazing. I have no, like, there's no shame about that. We are absolutely amazing. But is there a possibility that someone across town in my small city, I mean, it's a mid-sized city, but really, it's not New York. I mean, it's just big enough to get the job done, but it's not a town or a hamlet, but it's a mid-sized city. Like, you don't go anywhere and not see somebody you know, or at least I don't. So that just makes me think about success. And so on that note, I will quickly transition to our book it moment, which is a book I've covered before, and I'm not even going to go over really. But now I've eaten up a bunch of our time, and we're actually going to end. We were delayed in our beginning because, we just had some technical issues, and I was running around here doing all kinds of craziness. So the show today is going to be shorter than usual. So sorry for you. I promise we'll come back next week at 1 o'clock and give you your full hour. But just so you know, the book is 100 Simple Secrets of Successful People by Dr. Niven. And I've shared part of this book before, but I really am a big fan. And one of the things that I loved is that one of the tips they gave is to speak slowly, something that I am frequently told, because once again, you'd be amazed how much psychology is used in business. And so one of the things is that people in general do not trust fast talkers. They think you're trying to get over on them. Right? Like, let me hear what you had to say. But the thing is, I am by nature a fast talker. I had to constantly, like, they used to hold these cards for me and say, slow down. Or the first few words I learned in Spanish were, más despacio, por favor. And I was like, say it slower, please. So I thought that was interesting. And they talk about play the odds. I'm not even reading them because for real, we're moving along. And another one that I thought was exceptional was that boredom is the enemy. So this is my personal copy. You all should find your own because we're not going too deep into it. But the tips in here are really quite exceptional and are worth focusing on. But for now, we're actually going to take a quick commercial break so that you all can learn about the marvelous things that are happening in your city.
Coco Hayashi. Coco Hayashi. Coco Hayashi. Coco Hayashi.
We wake up sleeping muscle in the face to lift up your face and relax those overlapping muscles for wrinkle reduction.
With celebrities like
Coco Hayashi. Coco Hayashi. Coco Hayashi. Coco Hayashi.
Coming in hot. All right, so one of the things we wanted to mention is that coming up August 5th through the 7th. So all jokes aside, people, you don't want to miss it, and you can't blame me if for any reason that you don't catch it. Okay? So here's the deal. August 5th, 6th, and 7th, we're having the Empower Conference. That's EMPOWHER, capital HER, No, it's not spelled that way in the dictionary, and that's okay. All right. So the Empower Conference, it's happening August 5th through the 7th. And people, I kid you not, it's going to be amazing. So here's the deal. If you are a woman in leadership, if you are a woman who is really in leadership, covers it all. Be that in your community, your household, your church, your business, whatever it is you're accomplishing, you're going to have the tools, resources, the ability to take care of you as the 360 is what we call it, right? To help you be healthy, wealthy, and wise, which someone else used for something else, but it's still quite accurate. And so if you didn't hear our live announcement the other day, we shared who our speaker, a couple of our speakers, and who they are. So I hate to do it because I am terrible at pronunciation when I don't know what the name is. So I'm going to take a chance and try anyway. No, I'm not. I'm going to stick with Coco. So you can go, you can check out ouремpowerment.com. You can go to wbcrva.com, or at least you can go to our social media for Our Empowerment. You can go to, as I said, the website, ouремpowerment.com. They're on all platforms of social media. I think we need to make sure we're connected to WorkHARDAholics. You can go get your tickets today. And so there's the option for getting your VIP ticket, which includes the Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and a nice little gift bag. And then, or your standard ticket, which is for Friday, which is all day of workshops. And then, of course, the Saturday. And so here's the thing. It's going to be, I really feel like it's going to be life-changing. So some of our speakers or the two that I want to mention because we hadn't shared previously, are Coco. I apologize, Coco, for not really knowing your last name. But what is it? Hayashi? I apologize because it's disrespectful not to know your name. So I'm going to work on that. Please forgive me in advance. So Coco is known for, she does face yoga. And so she is known for it. So she has been on Shark Tank. She does it with Kim Kardashian in particular. So she's been on the Kardashian show. What is the name of their show? Oh, okay. Christina just Keeping Up with the Kardashians. So she's been on their show. She's been on other shows. She's been on like the news all over the place teaching people about face yoga. All right. So for those of you who are going, yeah, the face goes and the age is told, she does that. So she's going to be coming and giving you an example of a workout for your face, all that good stuff, and talking about health and wellness. So she is one of our speakers. So very excited that she's going to be joining us. Another one of our speakers is Christiana Hurt. See, that was much easier. I'm sorry. And she does the wealthy college student, yeah, I should have stuff in front of me and I don't. But I don't want you all to miss out just because I can't say names correctly today. I want you to know. Plus, you can go to the website. And so what's going to happen is the Thursday night is a VIP reception. So a little bougie time on the Thursday night at the Cultural Center at Glen Allen. That is not what I always want to say. If you're from here, you always say the Glen Allen Cultural Arts Center, but that's not what it is. It's the Cultural Center at Glen Allen. So it'll be there Thursday night. And it's going to be like, hors d'oeuvres and wine and networking and meet and greet and photo ops. So for those of you who are like, I want a new photo for my wall, which I need a few extra like celebrity pictures on my wall. I need some new ones. So I don't know about you, but yeah, here's an opportunity. And especially if you don't have any, you can come have some. All right, so that's Thursday night. It's a great networking opportunity. There'll be some heavy hitters around. Friday at the Bird Theater that's the speakers, our workshops, the presentations that'll all be happening on Friday. And there'll be vendors and some other things happening. And it will be fun and interactive and not boring like those Zoom conference calls that you've been on. Step away from the Zoom, people. It's okay. Come be with us in person. Although we're limiting. Spaces are limited. So we are still doing some social distancing. We will be taking temperatures because we will not allow the Empower Conference to be a spreader event. Just saying. Okay. So, but it's going to be stellar, but it will also be streamed. There is a streaming option. Okay. But the real fun is right there with us in person. Then Friday night, I'm really excited about this as well. Like, it's just amazing. So we are have we announced their names yet? Am I allowed to say their names? I'm looking around like, have we said their names? I'm gonna say them. I'm gonna say them. I don't think we've announced them. I thought we were gonna like do like a live with them and then say their names. But for those of you who watch the show, here's your benefit. There you go. So so the all day our seminars and workshops about the 360 healthy, wealthy, wise. So a variety of topics from quality of life, and I mentioned Coco and Christiana, and learning about e-commerce, and like there's a variety of subject matters that are covered. Then that evening at the Bird Theater, because Friday all day is at the Bird Theater, that evening we're having our FEMME, FEMME, Filmmaker Festival. I know how I love alliteration. Our FEMME Filmmaker Festival. So we have two directors, producers, two women who are known in Hollywood, quite established, and I'm going to tell you who they are. So you can go look up their IMDb pages. So I had to say that out loud. And so we have Tamika Lamison. I'm so excited. So I saw Tamika on Broadway like a billion years ago. Right. So yeah, amazing actress, who will also get the benefit of saying that, I got to meet when I was like in high school. So amazing actress, filmmaker, producer. She's been in all kinds of productions and directed lots of different works. And so she also has the Make a Film Foundation, which is, it's amazing. So if you think about the Make-A-Wish Foundation, it's the same concept, except for instead of a wish, they will work with a terminally ill young person or someone who might have a massive impairment to take their vision for a film and create it, like to actually make a Hollywood quality film for that individual. And so like the last one they made with Johnny Depp. Like she does some amazing things, and so excited. And I love the fact that she's excited about what we do. And so for those of you who don't know, a portion of the proceeds from the conference are to support the Women's Business Center, RVA, located 1510 Willow Lawn Drive, directly across the street from the Kroger at Willow Lawn. So that's why we're so invested in this conference, is that a part of the proceeds come here to help us help you. The other one is Mel Jones. And so, like, she has apparently done, her resume is huge. She's done, oh my God, so many things. And so she's been written up in like several articles, and she's young, right? It's crazy to me. Yes. And so I even tripped out a little bit because for those of you who don't know, my nieces have a habit of introducing me to things that I might not be aware of. And my niece Kirsten introduced me to this movie called Dear White People. Have you seen it? She's one of the producers. Yeah. So yeah, she's one of the producers. And I was doing my homework on her, and I looked it up, and I was like, and I saw her name, and I was like, wait a minute. Is this really her? So Dear White People has the guy from Everybody Hates Chris. It's got a bunch of people in it. And so I was going through her IMDb, and looking through her information, and I saw her name, and I was just like, I wonder if that's really her. So I sent her an email, because of course we've been communicating for the conference, and I was just like, excuse me, I'm just doing my homework. By any chance, did you work on Dear White People? And she was like, yeah. I was like, oh my God, I love that piece. I love that movie. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, I had a good opportunity to fangirl. But she has a bunch of stuff on Netflix, and like, I mean, she's out there doing it. And she's been written up a few times in like the magazines here locally. She doesn't live here, but she still considers it home. So as a hometown girl, both of them are actually from the area. So really excited. If you can't tell, this is what my excitement looks like. So really excited about having these phenomenal women who have a purpose and a cause and are out there doing things and they're succeeding in a predominantly Caucasian male world. And as a matter of fact, Mel is a part of an organization called We Are Invisible, and their whole theme and focus is bringing diversity and inclusion to filmmaking and to Hollywood in general. So they're out there doing it. And so what will be happening Friday night is that we'll be showing a work from each one of them, and then you'll have an opportunity for question and answer. You'll have a time to talk to them about how to make a film, life in Hollywood, the people they know, the things they do, about their missions, their causes, their purposes. So very exciting. And then there's supposed to be a party or something. I'm going to go home to bed. And then Saturday, we'll be right back here at the center. And there'll be a job fair. In addition to that, there'll be vendors and music and arts and just a fun time of networking and a fun time. So, and all that's August 5th through the 7th. You don't want to miss it. August 5th through the 7th. You don't want to miss it. August 5th through the 7th. You don't want to miss. And I can make everything a song. Like it just doesn't take much. Canzone! Woohoo! Okay, so because we had a delayed start, we're really not going to hang around much longer today. I know, right? Do you feel sad about that? Because we have so much more we can that we can talk about, and all I can think is, can we talk? I know. That's how you also know that I've been working too hard, working day and night. All right, people. So, for the rest of you WorkHARDaholics out there, if you're sincerely looking to up your game, to increase your visibility, to get the job done, I highly recommend attending the conference, especially if you really do want to be RVA famous. It's a good way. It's a good place to start. I'm just saying. So we are about to depart from you, but before we do so, Christina with a K. So Charlita Christina, is anything happening? Anything going on? Anybody you want to shout out real quick before we say goodbye? We're all very focused on this conference, people. In case you did not know, we have a lot going on. I have so much. Let me tell you what I have going on, people. Once the show is over, Christina with a C is going to ask me to do a couple things because that's how it goes. I am going to go grab something to eat. Then I'm going to go close my door and say it with me. Work on this grant. Party over here. WorkHARDaholic. That's what we're going to do. Woohoo! Yeah, buddy. This should be my whole new dance. I gotta stop. One moment, please. Okay, so all right, so people, we'll see you at the conference. We will see you back next week. And here's my thing. I'm plugging this information for you all. This is what I need you to know. I always tell you all, standardly speaking, if your business, if you are an entrepreneur or you're a leader or you're an individual who needs assistance, like getting yourself to the next step, if you're a woman who needs to find her voice, you're trying to budget, you're trying to go in and negotiate a deal or to get a higher pay raise or anything along those lines. Generally speaking, time with me per hour is a few $100s. The show is free. So it's a great time. If you have a question, a concern, send us a DM, send me a message at Shirley at WorkHARDaholics.com. All right. Drop me a line. Hit me on my social media because free is great, especially compared to a few $100s. And I'm worth every penny, just so you know. Okay, then. Christina, you sure anything else you got to share before we say goodbye? I feel like dancing. Okay, people. So, as we always say, work hard, play harder, business better, but we're not done. We also want you to make sure that you live better, do better, and please be better and happy entrepreneuring. Ta-da!
the crowd by building your brand success through social media management. We're located at 1510 Willow Lawn Drive, Suite 100. Our website is www.socialitarva.com. You can also give us a call at 804-484-2001. Again, Socialita.
Imagine Media Lab, in partnership with the Women's Business Center, offers hourly rental to a multimedia studio. Create or edit digital assets for marketing. Record that podcast you've always wanted to start. Voiceovers and live stream. All equipment and software is included in your hourly rental. Located at the Women's Business Center, 1510 Willow Lawn Drive, Suite 100. ImagineMediaLabs.com. Book your session today.